What is my America? In my life, I was lucky enough to experience two different versions of American lifestyles. Growing up, I lived in a nice suburban area in Pennsylvania. Big house, big backyard, big neighborhood, and all the houses looked the same. My mom stayed at home to take care for me and my younger brother, while my dad went to work. My brother and I would run around the neighborhood playing with some of the other kids, while my mom would do things like clean or attend to the garden. When my dad would come home, dinner would be ready, and we would have a nice dinner together as a family. We were living what many people will call the American dream. One day, my brother and I were doing our usual routine of playing outside when my mom and dad called us in to talk to us. They sat us down in the family room and told us they were getting a divorce. My heart dropped. Although my parents would often fight, I never expected they would get a divorce. This was the start of a major change in my life. A few years later, my mother, brother, and I moved to New Jersey. I wouldn't say North Jersey is a downgrade, but it's definitely a lot different from the American dream lifestyle I was previously living. I lived in a house with my grandma and shared a room with my brother. The house is very old, since it was the house that my mother also grew up in. It was on a main road, so there was no longer a neighborhood to play in. However, I am confident in saying that I am extremely grateful to have had the opportunity to move. If I never moved, I would be nowhere near the person I am today. I would not have been exposed to the amazing diversity of my town, since my American dream lifestyle was mostly made up of white people. I never would have had the amazing musical and dance experience that I have now because my new school had an amazing theater and dance program. I also would not have been very educated to the truths of American lifestyles. I learned that not everyone is living the great American dream lifestyle that I was living. I learned that unfortunately, many people are struggling to attain their basic needs, while others are living lavish lives with more than they could ask for. I learned that the American dream isn't very realistic, but it is extremely important to know this information. Because of this, I not only know my America, but also just America. I know how different everyone's lives can be, and because of this, it is extremely important that we respect everyone's life. Because at the end of the day, we're all Americans.